Your news starts now with this special Razorback Nation report.
That's right. Once again, the Razorback Nation starts the newscast, coming to you live once again from the Raymond Miller Room here on the University of Arkansas's campus, about an hour after the introductory press conference of the new Razorback head football coach, Bret Bielema. And if Arkansas Athletic Director Jeff Long hit a home run with this hire, then Coach Bielema hit a walk-off grand slam with this press conference. You always want to win the press conference. That needs to be your first victory if you're a new head football coach at a university. And Bielema did that today by talking about chasing a dream and telling a story about growing up on a hog farm only to become the guy that now calls the hogs.
You know, what today brings is an opportunity for me to stand in front of you and chase a dream. I know I really didn't get into coaching in kind of a normal way. I grew up on ironically on a pig farm. I grew up in an environment where really all I thought I was going to do was stay on the farm and help my dad carry on the traditions that he had taught me from the age of 4 moving forward. When I left the farm, I cried like crazy because it was all I knew, and I'm glad that I was raised that way, because the one thing I've learned in this life and every job that I've had, every role that I've taken, every responsibility that I've gathered, it truly is up to you to put in the work, to put in the time, do it right the first time, because you won't have to go back and do it again.
Coach really winning over the fan base, in my opinion, as coming across as a very genuine individual. Now, as for Athletic Director Jeff Long, fans started giving him some heat. Fans were getting anxious toward the end of this coaching search, but he found his man, and our man, Adam Alter, caught up with Athletic Director Jeff Long shortly after the announcement.
All right, we're here with Arkansas Athletic Director Jeff Long, just moments after introducing your brand new football coach, Bret Bielema. One of your first comments today, Jeff, was how happy you are to be doing this, and no one would truly understand how happy you are. Elaborate on that.
Well, you know, I said at the start of the process, you know, a search for an AD is kind of like game day. You know, you get yourself geared up, and it's very emotional and stressful, and you know, it's like after winning a game. You know, you're spent, and we're spent. We put everything, we put our all into the search, and I think we came out victorious. So I'm very proud of Coach Bielema and having him lead the Razorbacks.
It's not just about personality. Obviously, coaching X's and O's all go into it. What about his style did you like for your university?
I liked his style of winning. You know, they
more specific.
Three Big Ten championships. Certainly defense, they're known for. Offense, you know, I think you know, they're viewed as incorrectly sometimes a grind the ball out offense. But I think an offense that can put up 70 points in a championship game is something that I think our fans, when they get to know it better, they'll know that there's a lot of skill, there's a lot of aggressiveness in that offense. It's not just 3 runs and a punt, or move the chains with 3 runs. So, you know, and he's going to adapt to what he has available to him at the University of Arkansas. He's going to have a recruiting base that's different than he had at Wisconsin. So he's a smart football coach. He and his assistants are going to adapt to what they can utilize the best here at the University of Arkansas.
Congratulations, Jeff.
Thank you, Adam.
Great day for the university.
Thank you.
We'll send it back to you.
So you got a happy athletic director, a happy fan base, but what about the players? Several returning players in the house today. In fact, the new coach met with his returning players prior to the press conference. In fact, let's keep our team coverage going. Head back to the studio. Our Trey Dare standing by for more on the player reaction. Trey?
Yeah, Aaron, you know, Bret Bielema seems very, very different. Bobby Petrino was kind of stiff and even robotic at times. John L. Smith was on the totally opposite end of that spectrum. But Bielema seems relatable to the players, and he embraced the moment today, and he's ready for the challenge of getting Arkansas back to the top.
You know, obviously imposing figure, a big guy, and when he talked to us, he's very relatable. He's really a player's coach, I feel like, and that's exciting for us.
One thing I like about him, just straight up front, just listen to him in the press conference. You know, he's not going to beat around the bush with a lot of stuff, and you know, and he's ready. He's here to win, and then you know, and then doesn't pick nothing less than that.
Just the fact with how confident he was, how confident he seemed, you know, how comfortable. You know, the situation was. I don't think anyone felt as though, I guess you could say, it was awkward or something like that. So, you know, his first impression was great.
We're going to work, you know, we're going to work, and he had a sense of humor, and he just seems like the type of guy that you want to be around, you know, the type of coach that you would respect playing for, but at the same time you'll love playing for.
Kind of guy you'll love playing for, Aaron Peters. One quick note I want to make there. We saw Brandon Allen there. He's the future quarterback at Arkansas, just a redshirt freshman this year. His dad is on the staff, and Bielema today addressed that he has not met with anybody on the staff yet and does not exactly know how and if he's going to fill out this staff here at Arkansas.
Yeah, Trey, but he did say he plans to interview each and every one of the current staff members. Another impressive point that he made today in the press conference. All right, let's bring in our senior Razorback analyst, Mike Irwin, for more. We got a minute with Mike. What were your thoughts? I know you want to talk about his recruiting. If he can do that in the living room, he should be pretty good.
I'm not sure I've ever seen an incoming coach in any sport here win an opening press conference like that. My impression of him before the press conference and now is radically different. And what I find myself thinking now after watching him in front of all these people is, how can he not be a great recruiter? He's just so easy with his approach, and yet he throws in life's experiences and explains everything about himself by telling you what he's been through. And that's what you do when you go into a recruit's home and talk to his parents and the kid. This was a good day for the U of A, believe me.
All right, Mike Irwin said it best right there. A good day for the University of Arkansas. For all of us here at the Razorback Nation, reporting from the Raymond Miller Room, I'm Aaron Peters. Check back for more tonight at 10 o'clock. Right now, let's head back to the studios.
Guys, thank you so much. We're settling into that selection of the new head hog hire, and you might not quite be able to pronounce his name yet, but the Razorbacks do have a new coach, and today Hog fans cannot keep quiet about their opinion of Coach Bielema.
We've been getting reaction from all across the state. KRK4's Deirdre Wilson joining us now live at the Tavern out in West Little Rock. She is there with more on what people are saying about this, what their feeling is about the new hire. Hey, Deirdre.
Hey, Bob. Hey, Jessica. Well, it's a lot of excitement here at the Tavern. You know, it's finally sinking in that we have a new head coach for the Razorbacks, Coach B. And as you look around tonight, you know, you see lots of people. They come out to the Tavern after work to relax, have a drink, and, you know, have food. We wanted to find out what people are thinking. We got Daniel right here. Real quick, what do you have to say about the coach?
I think it's a positive hire. You know, as long as we beat LSU, that's all that matters.
That's all that matters, is that we beat LSU. So live from the Tavern, I'm Deirdre Wilson. I'm going to send it back out to you guys.
All right, Deirdre, thank you very much. Now, from the coach arriving to the coach who is leaving, Gus Malzahn. Leaving ASU to accept a job at Auburn, heading up that program. He was the offensive coordinator at Auburn when they won a national championship. The search for a new lead wolf is now on.
The main thing is just making sure we get the bowl details, but there's not a real timeline right now. It's trying to find the best coach. And I'm not going to let anybody put a timeline on us either.
Now, we've been told the university will move swiftly, hoping for a short list of final candidates or a hire by the weekend. For the whole hog on all the, I guess you could say, the coaching news and web extras, go to ArkansasMatters.com. ASU alum Governor Mike Beebe has reaction to the news that Malzahn is leaving, and you can check out what Coach B inherits as he moves from Madison to Fayetteville. Plus, one of our favorite Singing Hog fans serenades the new Razorback coach. It is all on ArkansasMatters.com.
A rare rape conviction has prosecutors encouraging more victims to come forward. KERK4's Lauren Traeger joining us now for a story you will see only on KERK. Hi, Lauren.
Hi, Jessica. Well, the victim in this case was just a child when she says her mom's boyfriend raped her. She didn't come forward for a decade, but it didn't matter. Tuesday, it took a jury less than 20 minutes to convict this man, Russell Hudson. He's now been sentenced to 20 years in prison for raping the girl, who is now a young woman. Now, prosecutors say on rape cases where the victim is an adult, the statute of limitations is 6 years after the rape occurred. But for rape cases involving children, the statute of limitations doesn't run out until 6 years after the victim turns 18. This case, they say, fell well within that parameter. Now, even though it's more difficult to get a conviction of this kind after so much time has gone by, prosecutors say this outcome should prove justice can prevail even after time has passed.
It should give some sense of assurance that the allegation won't be dismissed out of hand. And if we can do that, I think that there may be others out there that find themselves in this situation that might have a little bit of hope in coming forward.
And Cody Highland says the law is written that way on purpose because it's often only after a child becomes an adult that they fully understand what really may have happened to them. This gives them the time they need, he says, to deal with it and still move forward. Bob, Jessica, back to you.
All right, Lauren, thanks so much. Arkansas in line with a national trend, experiencing an overall decline in the number of people behind bars. In 2010, the Department of Corrections says it was adding about 84 inmates every month. In 2011, the prison population overall reduced by 95 inmates per month. In 2012, the DOC lost 23 inmates per month. They say that decrease is due to an increased use of probation and pre-planning ahead of a massive prison reform bill.
And after a separation of church and state debate that made national headlines, Little Rock-based Agape Church decided to reschedule its Merry Christmas Charlie Brown play from Friday to Saturday. Little Rock School District came under fire by an atheist group after district parents were notified of a school day field trip to the church to see the play.
This holiday season, KARK4 partnering with the Arkansas Food Bank to raise funds to feed hungry families, and unfortunately there's just too many of them out there. Our volunteers are here right now waiting to talk to you, and the number's right there at the bottom of your screen.
Every little bit counts, so do what you can. Call 501-340-4922. They're waiting here to take your call. Let's put those folks to work.
Still to come tonight at 6 o'clock, fighting the flu could be a bit harder this year. We're going to tell you why the CDC is urging people in southern states like Arkansas to get that flu shot.
And yesterday's cold front dropped highs today by as much as 10 degrees, but we're still running almost 10 degrees above average for this time of year. Here in Little Rock, 63 is where we topped out. By early next week, though, some folks may see highs only half of that. The details are straight ahead.
This is KARK4 News at 6 in high definition with Bob Clausen, Jessica Dean, Chief Meteorologist Keith Monahan, and Aaron Peters with your Razorback Nation report.